Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shelly Home Design. So in today's episode, we are going to take this table. It is a dining table. I found it at a thrift store. It was like $10, and these are all hardwood, and this is as well. The tabletop is not. The tabletop is a MDF type of material, but the bones of this table are really great. And so what we did is we turned it over to this table right here. It was actually really simple. Took a coat of paint, a little bit of gold paint, and then this top right here is actually a paint pouring technique. It was my first time doing it, and I'm going to talk to you at the end about some issues that I might have had while doing this technique. So let's get into the video, shall we? So I found this table at a thrift store. It has a lot of potential, I think, to become something great. So let's turn it in to something nicer, shall we? So I first start by removing all of the hardware, and then I start disassembling the table. Now I'm going to bring it all outside and set it all up. I'm going to start by rubbing it all down with steel wool to scarify the surface of each piece. And I'm using steel wool instead of sandpaper because it can get into all of those little nooks and crannies and crevices that you can't otherwise get into with sandpaper. So after everything is all scarified, I'm going to use a coat of black primer because I'm going to be making this black. And then after I'm done with the primer, I will start spraying it with an even coat of satin enamel. And now the reason I'm using satin to get a kind of semi-gloss finish is if you spray it really wet with the satin, it gets a really beautiful finish. Now I am putting the table together, and I'm going to start by cleaning it off the surface, and now I'm spraying it with white and black primer. The reason I'm doing this is to give it a good kind of surface for what we're going to be doing for it, and it's going to be like a paint pouring technique. I was originally going to do marble, but the paint pouring technique seemed like a lot more fun at the time, and I really like how it turned out. So now I'm kind of getting my paints ready, and I'm using acrylic paint for this. I'm using a lot of water. I'm getting it really, really, really wet. I'm starting to splash different colors of paint onto the surface. And because it's so wet, it's going to be moving and kind of shifting around. And the finished result is just absolutely beautiful. As you can see here, it's starting to look just incredible. I'm now adding some polyurethane. I'm doing a water-based polyurethane over the top, and now I'm going to put the table back together and enjoy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a little bit of extra accents here. I'm using this gold paint, and I'm just going to paint inside of these little grooves because I think it makes just a little bit of a difference. And then of course I go with a baby wipe and I wipe afterwards, and that gets a nice crisp line. And I do the same thing in the little grooves on the legs. So this is the finished tabletop. It looks absolutely beautiful. This paint pouring technique is gorgeous, and I will definitely be using it a lot more in the future. And the finished table also looks just incredible. I love how it turned out. You don't have to use black and gold and a gray surface. You can do any colors you want, really. I just chose black and gold because I'm kind of really into that lately. So when it comes to problems that I had with this paint pouring technique, it looks beautiful. It turned out really nice. And the pouring technique is not even the problem. The problem is how I sealed it with the water-based polyurethane. I put very thick layers on, and that was a big mistake. I do not recommend doing that for you guys because the very big layers caused peeling. Right here, this was all peeled off of the table, and I did prepare it really well. So the problem is because I put too thick of a layer of the polyurethane on. You don't want to do that. I've done my best to kind of blend it in just for the video. However, I'm going to redo the tabletop for myself because I'm not happy with this right here. So I will be doing that on my own time, but I did need to get this video out. So I just kind of camouflaged it for now. I do like, though, that it created this really nice texture by pouring large amounts of polyurethane on top. So what I think we should do for the next time, and if you decide to do this, is to use the water-based polyurethane first before you actually do your paint pouring, and let it dry and peel and get really weird, and then do your paint pouring on top, and then do another layer of polyurethane on top, and then you'll still get this texture, which looks really nice. However, any peeling would have done beforehand, so you won't get any issues like this where you have to blend it in. I'm not sure if that's going to work. However, I hope it does, and you guys let me know if it does work for you. Also, another issue that I had is I had to leave this outside to dry because I have cats, but I got bugs embedded inside, and that kind of might be an issue. But aside from that, I love how it turned out, and I really like the texture that happened here. So I think I'm definitely going to try doing it again, but next time before I do this, I will definitely do the pouring of the polyurethane first to get the texture, and then pour paint over it on top. This is my first time doing this specific technique. I was going to do a marble technique, which I'm very familiar with, or a granite technique I'm familiar with as well. But I really wanted something very unique, and so that's why I did the paint pouring. However, we learn as we go, right? So the next time I do this, I will definitely do it differently, and I really hope you guys let me know how it turns out for you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, and I'm really happy to tackle this. Now I just have to do the chairs to go with it, right? So if you guys like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you like me and my content, please consider subscribing. It means a lot, and it really helps me out and makes me know that what I'm doing is good. And you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna have a great day myself, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.